On December 10th, 2012, there was a game released on IndieDB. A very weird one. A very obscure one, as a matter of fact, called Insert Title Here. And it's made by one of the most controversial game devs, named Anything. Think of it as a Stanley Parable clone, but more on the experimental side. It basically has a lot of rooms with textured Unity cubes, game genres you could try literally in one game. It even has Easter eggs like the Stalker from HL2 and the pills from the Matrix. I'm not kidding. There's even a text that insults you and literally blocks your path if you're female. I mean, hell, I kinda see why people say this is a sexist game. Now, I know for a fact that the game dev is not really sexist, but if this was to be published now, it probably would have been banned. This game is without a doubt a very unique game on its own. Just show it to the latest Gen Z kid who plays Fortnite probably every day and they will instantly not even know what the hell they witnessed. To explain the game even further, I have to go more detailed, but I think I explained the gist of the game. There are basically two endings to this whole game. One is where you get to the elevator and click on the button, then you eventually get killed. The second one is where you get to the authorized personnel door and the narrator not allowing you to do so. Once you continue doing that, you will be met with the loudest screams and stolen game models. You then click on the car and eventually go to your room. That's a whole second ending. There's no quit button. Just an animation of you walking to your computer, watching 2012 YouTube on Windows XP. I'll be honest. This game is something. I remember watching it in a PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye video when I was just a child. Now that I played it, I gotta say this game holds a special place to my heart. With all its bugs and its nonsensical gameplay, this game is very special as a whole. You could call the game bad because it sure is critically, but to be fair, I don't really think it is. This is made by someone who seems to have a passion for game development when he was a teenager, and he also wanted to really experiment with his skills in general. And I don't really seem to blame him. Now, I know this may sound ridiculous, but the reason why mainstream games are boring now is because companies now don't really seem to put their heart and soul into their AAA game. They seem to be doing the same thing over and over again. Unlike Insert Title Here and other indie games, which really seem to come from passion and nothing else. And despite the TTS and the stolen models that it has, not gonna lie, it's worth looking back into. This game is something that was lost to time, until I started to remember it years later. Most people have apparently never heard or just forgot about the game in general the moment they started watching a gameplay video of it. Although Anything's games received negative criticism, I do hold a soft spot when it comes to the game itself, since I remember when I was young. Safe to say that the game also left a mark on YouTube in the early 10s, and it's gonna be regarded as an indie obscure game with passion. And this is why I made this video that you're watching right now as a tribute to an infamous indie game.